A Murder is Announced. Part 3. Secrets Behind the Facade. The morning after the shocking events at Little Paddocks, Chipping Cleghorn buzzed with speculation. Conversations spilled over garden fences, in shops, and across the churchyard. Who could have orchestrated such a sinister spectacle? Was it a stranger or someone hiding behind familiar smiles? Miss Marple, sipping her morning tea in quiet reflection, paid close attention to every word and gesture. Letitia Blacklock, hostess of the fateful evening, appeared composed, yet a subtle tension lingered in her manner. Her polished greetings and courteous smiles could not completely hide the unease that flickered in her eyes. Friends noticed it, but none could place the cause. Miss Marple, of course, could. She had long learned that calmness often masks secrets deeper than any scream or revelation. Meanwhile, the local constabulary investigated, gathering statements and piecing together fragments. Neighbors reported odd arrivals and suspicious glances. One villager mentioned seeing Rudy Sherd speaking privately with someone in the garden shortly before the lights went out. Another recalled Letitia whispering to her companion, Bunny Bunner, moments before the chaos erupted. Every detail, no matter how trivial, seemed to form part of a hidden puzzle. Miss Marple's mind worked quietly, connecting invisible threads. She noted the subtle hierarchy in the room, the unspoken rivalries, and the small gestures of guilt and fear. Human nature, she reflected, is consistent. Deceit reveals itself in repetition and in the eyes of the guilty. She began to consider motive, opportunity, and knowledge. Not all in that room were innocent spectators. Some had stakes far greater than mere curiosity. Bunny Bunner, the delicate companion to Letitia, seemed increasingly nervous. She fidgeted, her hands trembling over teacups, glancing at her hostess for reassurance. Yet her behavior suggested more than fright. It hinted at awareness of secrets better left unspoken. Miss Marple's sharp gaze noted everything. A lie, she knew, leaves its shadow. As the day wore on, small discoveries added to the tension. A misplaced key, a torn piece of paper, and a faint scent of almonds. The faintest trace of poison, perhaps. Even the simplest observations held weight. Miss Marple understood that the murderer's confidence was fragile, and each tiny slip drew her closer to the truth. By evening, the village still hummed with unease. But Miss Marple, calm and observant as ever, had begun to map the landscape of deception. Behind polite smiles and genteel manners lay ambition, greed, and fear. Little Paddocks was no longer merely a home. It was a stage, and its players were revealing themselves, one gesture at a time. The murder announced was only the first act of a far larger drama.